spot.
Nailed it.
That was it. I killed it, man. No one even gets to know how good I am at singing the sound effects before the show.
Which end is it coming out?
Let's do this. Whoa. You daring me? Is that a dare?
Oh. Something I did not miss.
What makes you think it even happened while you were gone?
I had a feeling.
I can't be certain, but I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
Welcome to Wrestling on the Rocks. We are back. It is a new year. New us. I fired everyone else.
Yeah. Trim the fat.
Trimming it out. Trim the clump.
Yeah.
Snip the clump off.
I wasn't going there. But...
What? Come on. Come on. There's no way you didn't mean that, dude. What's up? No, so if you guys caught our earlier show, the happy hour for the NWA Power into the fire! Gabe and Clump reside there for now. We'll see if we let them loose again on the world. It's a new year, new look, new feel, except not a new look or new feel. Welcome back to where the first... Fuck. to where every show is like our first show.
So what's in our glass? Hi everyone, I'm back.
Holy shit! It's Kevlar again.
Sorry, I got kids and responsibilities.
I've been telling him forever to ditch him, get rid of him, walk out on that family he loves, and give this his full-time effort.
You don't even do that.
Me? I've definitely walked out on children.
Alright, anyways.
Okay.
Today, Monumental, blended Scotch whiskey, 18 years.
It is monumental and is only our second year. Actually, we're still in our first year.
Alexander Murray and Company.
Ooh, Bill Murray's uncle.
His great uncle, Alexander.
Yeah, great Alexander.
Hey, do you want a little
Did
piece
you-
of that action? Oh.
Oh, I thought I was going to do like a thing. I clumped it.
You did clump it.
Oh. The old AM, huh? Did you realize that our season begins and ends with WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, but it's good though. It's nice. I like it. Because it's like, oh, new year, new shows, all that stuff. And I was like, you know what? We started at WrestleMania, so no. Our season begins and ends like WWE at WrestleMania.
You want to tell me when?
Yeah, sure. Whenever you feel.
Till
Until you just start feeling bad. You're like,
Yeah.
I can't.
Until it goes over the side.
Yeah. The clump towel. L'chaim.
Ugh.
Welcome back.
Pretty good.
It's got some heat at the end.
All right, Montez. Oops. Covering the logo.
Yeah, you're covering it up. It's a blended Scotch whiskey from... We just watched a whole documentary about Scotch.
Yep. Posted on the old tweets.
On the old Twitter machine at
The twit-
WOTR, the show. Take a little tweety twit.
A tweet, tweet.
A tweet, 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 tweet. Yeah, we gave her a little mini review on that. It was really good.
Yes.
Done anything interesting with your time while you were away?
No.
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Build a fire pit.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So, it took you a long time to get caught up. How did you feel cramming it in like a test?
It did feel like that.
Yeah, you had to
Pulling
study.
all-nighters.
Yeah.
Gotta watch this. Except for AEW, I skipped that portion.
I think everyone is now.
Pretty sure you can pass
Clump's
that one.
still watching most of it, and Gabe still watches chunks at a time. But yeah,
I want to like it.
This
It's just
year,
hard.
I did start with AEW. I did actually watch all of AEW this week last week because of NXT doing their award ceremony and best of show. I wasn't as interested in seeing the accolades and the replays. I already lived it.
It's pretty good.
Was it good?
I liked it.
I'll give it. I mean, as far as the AEW show went, I'll say this about it: it may have been one of the best AEW shows they've put on yet. I do think this was their chance, knowing full well that a lot of people were going to be watching them and not NXT, to really knock it out of the park and do some great work. And I felt like they fell short of that. I felt like they just kind of put on a decent show, and I was like, man,
but if it's their
they
decent
could have hooked
shows,
me.
but if they're decent shows, their best show that they've come out with yet, it's kind of bad.
Yeah, I was really hoping for some sort of big boom. I've got to fucking watch next week, and I was hoping for a big hook. And I didn't get that. I got a few
blue balls.
A few okay matches. Speaking of blue balls, Sammy Guevara's ass was just hanging out for half the show. That was interesting.
Is that what gave you blue balls?
What was that?
What?
I heard
What?
something.
That was the chair.
That was the chair. She's hypersensitive now.
Now,
She blames me for everything. It's not even my fault
did you
most
see
of
the
the time.
highlight from last week?
No.
It was a highlight.
I'm afraid.
It was an absolute highlight. It was revered by many.
It was not. It was Gabe. It was his first time experiencing that level.
It was high level octane. We had to ring out the new year, man. We had to blow out the whole year.
Blow it out with a bang.
Yeah, knock it out, you know? I'm trying to think if there's any like incredible highlights of it, and I'm just looking through the list of stuff that happened on AEW, and to be honest, I thought Cody and Darby was a little bit of a letdown. I thought Riho going over the other three women again was a total letdown.
Is she still the champion?
Yeah. Moxley and Trent was okay. Moxley, they're trying to lure Moxley into the inner circle, and I don't care.
You don't care.
And they've been making it kind of drag on now for a bit.
Oh, he did go hunting and get a deer.
He did get a deer. You got a deer.
Yes.
Yeah, the chat has reminded you.
Yes, I did do that.
You got a deer.
I killed stuff.
Killed Rudolph day before Christmas. Good news.
Gonna be a tough kid.
It was funny. I like walked away and I came back and I was like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "His kid's just like talking about playing with the hooves and then the head." I was like, "What?" Like, I guess he played with the head. I was like, "Really?
Yeah.
Huh?" But it was awesome.
He wasn't afraid of it.
Yeah, he did not care. He was like, "This is rad." The MJF promo I thought was not spectacular. I thought it was okay. I thought it dragged on. It was an okay show. It wasn't great. It wasn't like, okay, I definitely have to check in next week. It's like, okay, I can go back to watching the Instagram videos and reading Twitter to see what happens on it. I can go back to not watching, which was also kind of a letdown because I was really thinking like, oh, you know what? Let me see what they got. I haven't watched them in almost a month, and hey, let's see where they've come and see if they bring me in. And it's like, oh no, same old. So they didn't do it for me. What was happening over there at NXT?
Highlights.
Good.
Which works for you.
Yeah. Award show. Well, I didn't even know that they were doing that.
Like, an award?
Yeah.
Highlights.
On to Raw. Or SmackDown's place. But anyways, it was good. It was cool. I didn't know they were doing that, so I was expecting another NXT show. And then seeing it was like, you know, like I said, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was kind of cool because...
What were the matches they showed?
Well, they just showed highlights of...
Oh, they weren't even full matches?
No.
Oh.
They showed... The match that they showed the most of was the 2 out of 3 falls at TakeOver. And it was... because it was match of the year.
Looks like Gabe has noticed that we've put his water bottle front and center. Are you talking about the prisoner of war, Gabe? He said he was going to come back whenever he damn well felt like it to pick it up whenever he fucking pleases. I say nay. Said my ass. Just wait till the farts leak out onto this water bottle.
Oh,
Are you going to open the lid?
I might cap it off. You don't know?
Do you like those burp challenge? Wasn't it a burp or the scream?
I don't know.
Those idiot kids were like screaming into a container and then slamming it to see if when you opened it up, if it screamed back at them.
How did it go? Were there any surprise entries on this challenge?
Pretty much went as it sounded.
Yeah. Were the kids like, huh,
Yeah. Ah!
what did I think?
A couple of them like recorded it, so it screamed when they opened it. And, oh my god! But anyways, the same kids that eat the Tide Pods, you know.
Yeah, they're good.
Makes
Someone's got to
sense.
be on the internet.
Yeah. So do you want to go over the awards? And
Yeah.
I got them all down.
Yeah, go for it.
So the first award was the Tag Team of the Year. It was Undisputed Era versus Gritty, or not verse. Well, I guess versus Gritty Veterans versus Street Profits, and then Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster.
Oh. Did they give it to Street Profits?
No, they gave it to Undisputed Era.
Wow, I'm getting yelled at over here.
Yeah, no.
Wow. Fuck me, man. I didn't realize.
Was it in, my thing was why
Yeah,
wasn't the Viking Raiders in it? And is it because their name changed and because if you go back and watch NXT, they're not
Viking Raiders at all. Could be.
whatever they what were they War Machine? No, that was in
That was in Japan. They were the War Experience.
No, they weren't.
TP Poker.
War Raiders.
DP Poker!
Cheers, poker.
What up? It could have a lot to do with that, the name change. But by the time WrestleMania even came around last year, they were already on the main roster, were they not?
But they were doing for the year. Well, I guess. That
Yeah,
makes
that's what I
sense,
mean.
yeah.
But like
Yeah, I see
that was
what
only a
you're saying.
couple months.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. Likes the intro.
Oh, the intro video, nice.
And then after that was Male Superstar, Adam Cole, Walter, Johnny Gargano, Bate, Ciampa, Dream. Pretty sure you can guess who won that.
I'm guessing I went to Gargano.
No, it went to Cole.
Come on, enough.
See, my note I put on there was maybe it's because I don't like him, but I thought he's the bottom of these guys out of the talent. And it's like, and then I don't know if nominees mean anything to get nominated like they do every other award. But where's Dunn?
Yeah, Pete Dunne's not in there, but also Pete Dunne hasn't won a match this year.
But it's been the entire year.
Yeah, that's
He hasn't really.
I think he's won one. He lost the title and then promptly became a jobber.
Really?
It was insane. It really got highlighted for me during, I think, Survivor Series when he was in the show, and producer just gets up and walks out. She goes, I want to make something to eat. And I was like, what the fuck? It's Pete Dunne. She goes, well, he's going to lose. I was like, what? And she's like, I haven't seen him win yet.
Yeah.
And I was all like, ugh, God damn it.
It's like,
It's the American talent here.
Yeah, they're just so good.
Yeah.
They're just so good.
USA. USA.
he's an immediate jobber. Ugh.
I do like that Cassius Ohno, his gimmick going into Worlds Collide is that he's the best British wrestler in the world. I really like that because you get heat from both sides on that. Like, how can I get booed by the whole world?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I know.
I got this.
Yeah.
So then after that was female competitor. Shirai, Baszler, Storm, Kaylee Ray, Belair, and Ripley.
I'm guessing Ripley. Oh, it went to Io, didn't it?
No, it went to Shayna.
Wow.
But see, I thought it had to go to Ripley because she was at least on both brands. Because that was the thing that I noticed with this. It was like, if you're going to include NXT UK, they have to win at least one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They don't.
They don't.
They
Nope.
don't.
I don't. Fuck them. That's what they really solidified by bringing over Pete Dunne, the longest reigning modern era champion at the time. It's 500 something days. He loses it in an incredible match, and then promptly loses every match after that in America. And it's all like, oh, you hyper undervalued your NXT UK title just now. I didn't realize being that dominant of a champion was real small pond stuff.
It is.
Just on the other side of the pond.
Yeah, this side of the pond.
Pond.
So after that was the rivalry of the year. Gargano and Cole, Lorraine and Shirai, Shayna and Ripley, British Strong Style and Imperium, and then Velveteen Dream and Roderick Strong.
If I had to do it, I would have given it to the British, but I know it probably went to fucking Adam Cole again.
Yep, Cole and Gargano.
Fucking get over it. He's not that good.
Yeah. But they did, like I said, during the show, they would come out to the ring into an empty stadium or arena and give like a little acceptance speech. And then Cole was just cocky, like, I don't have any hands to hold any more of these. And
Yeah, I was going to ask if you brought out like a fucking tote to keep throwing them in. Just keep them coming. Yeah. Keep them coming.
Well, no, since
Who's giving these out? Yeah. HBK? Yeah, I'll take another.
Well, since Roderick Strong didn't win any, he held up one for like this picture. I was like, oh,
that's fucked
poor
up.
Roderick Strong. He better turn him in his ass because of this.
Better shoot him with a knife.
Gabe says Mahal for champ 2020.
Hey?
Shanti. Shanti.
Okay.
You can't flick another man's water bottle.
What's he gonna do? Stop me? My ass.
I see you.
And then Future Star, Kushida. I always pronounce this girl's name wrong.
Dakota Kai? Oh, Zia Lee?
Yeah. Bronson Reed, Tegan Knox, Dakota Kai, Ilga
Dragunov,
that's right. Tanara, Cameron Grimes, and Isaiah Swerve Scott.
That's a hard one to say. The Future Star. Those are some really top notch people. Who'd they give it to?
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai. That's that's safe to say.
Yeah.
Safe bet, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, pushing her character where she's at right now, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready for something bigger.
But I'm not a big fan of Cameron Grimes.
You know,
I don't like him at all.
I really didn't like him at first, and I haven't warmed up much.
And I still don't like him.
Yeah. There was one or two matches where I thought, okay, never mind. That's kind of how it went.
And I don't like Isaiah Swerve Scott.
What?
Because... Hey.
Does it remind you too much of BJ Sparks?
No. Because every time they talk about him, they say Isaiah Swerve Scott. Just call him Swerve or something. Just shorten that.
I feel like they bounce around with it. I feel like they can't get it together.
Really?
Yeah.
See, every time I hear them, they're like, oh, Isaiah Swerve Scott off the ropes. It's like, just say Swerve off the ropes or Scott off the ropes.
ISS.
Something.
One of the announcers called him Scott Isaiah once on accident.
Oh, really?
Okay, besides the name.
Yeah.
what do you think?
No. I think he's pretty good. I like him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's good. He does remind me of, what do you call it?
K-Quick.
EJ Sparks. He reminds me of EJ Sparks. And so I was like, man, should have been EJ.
They announced TakeOver Portland on Sunday, February 16th.
Really?
Yeah, by itself.
Portland.
Yeah. And I was like, that might be a cool show to go to.
Yeah, not that far.
No,
Probably
they
make
got
it.
points.
Got points.
But anyways, then after that they announced the Dusty Rhodes Classic teams.
Yeah, I saw that roster, and that was an utter disappointment. What it really did to me was it highlighted how much of their strong tag team division they have removed from themselves and dispersed unevenly amongst the main roster. Because there was a time when the NXT tag team division was the strongest tag team division, I think, in the world. Now you looked at it and you're like, they couldn't even come up with 4.
Yeah.
One of them they couldn't even, they don't even know.
Yeah, they're like Kushida and
we'll find someone.
Surprise.
Yeah, we'll just you wait.
Yeah.
Oh, you won't believe it, huh? You probably can't even guess. What would your guess be though? If you had to guess, what would it be?
Doc Brown.
Are they free? Doc Brown would be good.
Sorry.
And then what was it?
Matt Riddle
and Matt Riddle. They've never tagged before, so they're just like, we'll throw these two motherfuckers together.
But it's interesting because I like them both a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, go with it.
Yeah, I'm not against them as a team, but they are definitely not a team.
Yeah. And
then you had the 2 teams that they have, which is Undisputed Era and Forgotten Sons. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh yeah, they only have 2 tag teams now. That's a shame.
Well, what's the tag team that's been going up against Undisputed Era? Oh, it's Keith Lee and
Dominic
Dominic.
Dijakovic.
Yep. I was disappointed they didn't win those belts.
Yeah, I thought that was some bogus stuff.
Yeah.
Bogus.
So then Takeover of the Year was War Games.
I mean, it's pretty solid with Kevin Owens in the main event there.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
But see, outside of the War Games match,
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
Well, there was two of them, and they were an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the finish of it, though. I really didn't like Ciampa doing that shit with Cole.
No.
I'm not a fan of that, but it was a good takeover. So,
I was biased to Phoenix.
Phoenix was way better.
Yeah. Top to bottom, like matches.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, you had Ricochet versus Gargano for the North American title. You had Ciampa versus Aleister Black for the NXT Championship. Like, what?
Yeah.
What do you think?
War Raiders and who did they
I
face?
think it was Forgotten Sons, wasn't it? Oh, no.
No.
Was it Street Profits?
I think it was Street
Because we had the red cups. We still have them. They signed red cups and put them in here, and we threw them in a closet and said, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want
Somebody
them up.
marked them.
I can't find room for it.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's no place. I got no place.
And then Breakout Star, Damian Priest, Piper Niven, Dominic Dijakovic, Angel Garza, Joe Coffey, Keith Lee, Candice LeRae, Matt Riddle, Rhea Ripley.
Oh. That's an interesting batch. Who did they go with on that?
I don't have it listed. I think it was Ripley. I think won it. I think. Do you have it on your thing?
No, it didn't show up any of the actual results. So I was pretty upset.
Yeah.
Who was the list? Breakout Star, very tough. I
David
would say
Priest.
let's barely Riddle and then Joe Corey. Oh wait, that was you.
That was just my opinion.
Yeah, you didn't put the thing down.
Yeah.
That's tough. To
I would say
say.
either Keith Lee or Matt Riddle, but oh no, it was Keith Lee. Keith Lee won it.
Keith Lee won it.
Yeah,
Keith Lee's fucking good.
because I remember his announcement. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Afterwards, yeah. Which I'm totally okay with.
Oh yeah, no, he's absolutely. He went from no one really knowing who he was at the beginning of the year to being the person everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
Where everyone else has a bit more of a story.
Yeah. And then it was match of the year.
What's happening?
And like I said, 2 out of 3, the 3 stages of hell. Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano.
Oh yeah, I did not like that match almost at all.
Yeah, you didn't. But I mean, they had like Tyler Bate versus Walter,
Which was incredible.
the women's war game match,
Awesome.
Shayna Baszler, Io Shirai, Candice LeRae, Io Shirai.
That was good.
There was that match. Viking Raiders versus Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Oh, that's who they faced in Phoenix. It was Undisputed
Oh,
Era.
and that's
Yeah.
right. That's when they won it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were losing our minds over that match. That was an awesome match.
Yeah.
Well, they picked the worst match that they had available to them.
Yeah. Well, then it was the 2 out of 3 at the NXT TakeOver New York
Yeah.
for WrestleMania. Ladder match, Street Profits, Forgotten Sons, Oni Lorcan and Bernie Burch versus Undisputed Era. Pete Dunne, Adam Cole, Keith Lee versus Dijakovic, Women's 4-Way, Candice LeRae, Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, Mia Yim, Tag Team Triple, Grizzled Young, Veterans. Once again, they just shat on.
On the UK.
Yeah.
They just said, forget it.
And then the last one, just to wrap it up, since this kind of ran longer than expected, the overall competitor was Ciampa, Gargano, Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, Walter, Tyler Bate, Io Shirai, Shayna Baszler, Rhea Ripley, Kaylee Ray, Toni Storm, or Bianca Belair.
It's a really good group of people you could pick from, and probably pick the god awful fucking Adam Cole.
Yes, they did.
Oh my god. Fuck, he's not that good!
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
he can't. His finish is always 3 minutes long, and you know when it's coming.
Yeah.
Because he's got to do the same move 5 times to get him to win, because his finish isn't a fucking finish.
Yep.
Gabe said, did you see it?
Yeah, Gabe said, man, fuck Keith Lee.
But
That's what everyone's thinking, I agree. Everyone's thinking the same thing.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Dude, right after Survivor Series, that's how we opened the show. I was like, I'm just going to say it, what everyone's thinking. Fuck Keith Lee. But
excuse me.
yeah, I'm less impressed with Adam Cole every time I see him.
Yeah.
Well,
and
the
then to
more
give him,
exposure to him. the
yeah,
less
then to
I-
give him all the accolades like that, it's like, fuck, he's the champion. He shouldn't even be the champion. There's
Yeah.
so many great guys in there. And anyways.
Yeah, and I don't think he's booked very clearly, like his back and forth heel being the face and all that shit. I'm not into anything Cole.
Mhm.
I'm done with it. All the Coles can go.
Yeah. The stores too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that store. Oh, that's where I got the gift for your child. But yeah, so I mean NXT, and so that's cool. They put on a show just kind of highlighting, hey, don't forget how amazing we are, kind of a show. At the same time, AEW trying to make a little bit of racket because they didn't have a show before. It was kind of neat to see ratings wise, as much as I think that stuff's kind of silly to look at from our perspective as not business people. It was kind of neat to watch. And when AEW was doing no show, NXT had 800 something. And when NXT was doing this show, AEW got like 900 something. So it was kind of neat to see that without a little bit of competition, NXT stayed largely the same, which I thought was interesting. They were kind of right around the baseline that they've been at, around that 6 to 8, or I guess really between like 7 to 9 is kind of where they float. And then AEW saw a big boost because they don't seem to be more fluctuating right now. They're still trying to find their baseline.
AEW fans are fickle.
You know, I saw a thing where they were saying that according to their numbers and shit, I don't fucking know, but they were saying that as it turns out, NXT fans, when they turn on NXT, will watch NXT all the way through typically. The NXT people do not switch over to AEW, but AEW fans will switch over to NXT largely on their number scale.
How the fuck did they figure that shit out?
I don't know, man. Don't know. That's why I said I don't know if I can believe it or not, but that was largely their
Is it
argument.
the starting numbers, then the middle, and then the end? Okay.
Are they saying like, oh, look, 10,000 went away here, but 10,000 popped up here? They must be the same.
Yeah. Must all be the same people.
Yeah. Or everyone. I mean, well, they have those Nielsen ratings. Like it's all in your fucking doohickeys now, so they could literally be probably tracking channel to channel. This person literally switched from this channel to that channel.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're always watching. They're always listening. They know everything. They know it all.
Can they listen to this show?
Yeah, guys, turn it up. Hit a subscribe. Hey, NSA, hit that subscribe button for us. There's no way you don't have free Amazon Prime. You're the NSA. Give us a little subscribe.
Just one. We're asking for one.
One, maybe two, whatever. And they could be anonymous.
Yeah.
I know you could do that.
John
Back
Smith
in that
subscribed.
shit. Oh, yeah. I don't need to know. But they're definitely listening, watching, always. So we were talking about how I wanted like a straw that we could take to the restaurants because they've been using a lot of these paper ones that just crumble in my mouth and I don't like the feel of it. I don't like it. And I was like, but the problem is I can't find any that are like collapsible. I was like, they're all just these big straws and I don't want to fucking bring a bow staff with me every time we go to a fucking restaurant. You know what I mean? I'm not here to lay my stake and say I own here. You know, I just wanted a straw that I could maybe collapse or something. And I was like, I really haven't seen one. About an hour later on my Instagram feed, 6 different types of collapsible straws. I was all like, thank you, NSA.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And all of them were coming from like China and Korea. And I was like, no wonder I couldn't find them.
Yeah.
I'm looking in the wrong country.
Looking in America this whole time.
Yeah. I've been looking in America like an asshole. It turns out they're just swimming in them in China.
It's not the American way.
Yeah.
You buy from China.
Took a month, but
Almost 2 months to get it in the mail. So they must have walked it.
Yeah.
Because we've got technology now, people.
California kept sending it back.
Mm-hmm.
No. No.
Yeah, so it was kind of interesting. It was nice. I'd be curious to see what happens now that everyone's back. So this week, tomorrow, we'll see what's going on. I think this week on AEW, they said that they're going to determine whether or not Moxley's going to Inner Circle or not. I feel like they announced a couple of matches that I was only semi-interested in hearing about. They're pushing Dark Order pretty hard.
Really?
Yeah, now here's the neat thing. So the rumor mill.
rumor has it.
Well, this is new.
So rumor has it, corner.
They
They
Siri to play that one.
they say that Matt Hardy, that his contract's ending in March, and since it's a non-renewal, there's a potential for a non-compete, so he could potentially jump right into wherever he wants to go. And the Dark Order keeps shooting it from the Exalted One's perspective, and the Dark Order comes in and goes, "Oh, Exalted One, I can't," because they're all dumb. But the Exalted One's been saying wonderful, and you're like, "Ooh, they could be hinting he's going wonderful." But he's like got this distorted voice, so it just sounds like. You know, but
He clearly said wonderful.
yeah, he said it. It's clear as day.
Replay it.
He said, "My brother Jeff." I heard it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it would be interesting, but I think it would be one more tick against them where they're trying to say that they're not a new TNA or a new WCW. And if you get Matt Hardy doing the broken gimmick, you're kind of doing a new TNA.
Well, the tough thing with that is that how adamant they were at the beginning. We don't want WWE talent, this and that. We don't want established stars, and now they're floundering, it sounds like.
Rumor mill is talking about Luke Harper.
Yeah, Luke Harper, he's been released, and we don't know what's happening with him yet. I'd like to see him pop up in NWA with Marty Scurll. I think that would be an amazing tag team, potentially. And I think a place like that would be a place that Luke Harper could really shine and re-show his worth. Right? I actually think AEW could get lost in the mix.
Yeah, well, he just doesn't have... And I think that's the reason why he kind of got lost in the mix in WWE, because he doesn't have the look that they want.
He doesn't have that star power quality, but I think he could build that at a place like NWA. I don't think you just get that by being in AEW. I mean, look at Ty Dillinger. What happened to him? Everyone's all like, oh, good, look, he's going to AEW. It's going to be the best thing for... Everyone's going to see he's a main fucking eventer. He's fucking Job Squad over there, dude.
Is he now?
Yeah. He loses most of his matches. His entrance is stupid. He's usually on a dark match or a kickoff. Stupid. But he's just jobbing over there, dude. I was all like, is this your fucking Great Fields? What was it called? Land Before Time?
Oh, the
Great
Promised
Plains.
Land.
The Great Plains, right?
No. The Promised Land. The something...
Look it up.
God
I believe
damn
it
it.
was the Great Plains.
No, it's not the Great
But
Plains.
is this your Great Plains? You know what I mean? Is this your big, where everybody gets a belt? Come to AEW, where everyone gets a championship and no one can ever book poorly. No one will ever lose. But then, I mean, all these people are going over there and fucking jobbing out, man. And so it's like, it's not that like, oh, AEW's fucking up because they're booking these people different. Or the fact of the matter is they're really not booking him different at all. Problem is there was a lot of speculation and hype behind these things. And we kept saying from the get-go, let them play it out. Let's see how people are utilized. Maybe Spears is just not a main eventer, and maybe that's okay. Because you know who also wasn't? Mr. Perfect. Was not a fucking main eventer. So maybe it's okay to say this person may be a great worker who can make other people look good, who just never made it quite to that main event. Maybe that's okay, and maybe it's okay to say that that's not being booked poorly either. Right? Although I don't think he's that good. No. But
Who knows Great Valley?
the Great Valley.
Great Valley. There you go.
See? I nailed it. Dead on.
First try.
First try. You heard it here first. Land Before Time.
The Great Plains. It's in Oklahoma, right? Yeah.
That's
Hey Siri, play Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Here's Oklahoma 2019 Broadway cast recording by various artists.
This sounds new.
does not.
Hey Siri, play it at 80.
80.
Okay.
What speed would you like?
Just one speed. It's going horrible.
She hates you.
What speed do I want the music played at? What the fuck is that? Who asked that?
Hold on.
Nay. All
Alright.
right. Hey Siri, stop. I'm done with you. You're a bitch. Hey Siri, stop.
Hey Siri.
How about no speed, Siri? No speed.
Stop saying her name.
What speed would you like?
Yeah, stop. None.
I told you to stop saying her
She's
name.
the worst.
Random question. Has she ever gone off randomly when I'm not here?
No.
The show? No.
No. Doesn't happen.
Really?
They're always listening. Yeah, so I don't know what matches are coming from NXT or AEW, but if you know, let us know. Let us know what you're excited about. We're going to go and jump into it. Let's talk a little SmackDown, if that's all right with you. What do you think about? What do you think of the old SmackDown?
It was alright. It was kind of bland besides the, returns and whatnot.
I thought the women's tag match that opened up was pretty good.
Yeah, I think that was the highlight of this week's show.
Did you see Dana Brooke crush Sasha Banks?
with that. What was it? Not the moonsault.
No, but it's supposed to be like a swanton.
Yeah,
But it turned out to
lands
just
right
be like
on
a
her.
goddamn cannonball.
Cannonball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cannonball flip.
And you just see
And
like
even-
Sasha too just go like.
I think even Corey Graves like Sasha might have 2 broken ribs after that one.
Actually, I said that first.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh man, her ribs.
Yeah.
Probably cracked.
Yeah, and yeah, Corey's like, Sasha probably has a couple broken ribs after that.
Then Bailey runs over to her.
Yeah, and she's like holding her, and you can see the ref being like, because Lacey starts to walk over there, and they're like,
Yeah, stop.
enough. Yeah, you have done enough. There was a whole bunch of returns and stuff, though. We had, what a good picture of Otis.
Yeah, that is awesome. Mid
I'm gonna go
Caterpillar.
ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and send this over to you
Okay.
to go ahead and put on the old screen here.
Okay.
Coming your way.
Is that Downward Dog?
He's probably great at yoga.
Sending it today or?
Oh my god, what the fuck's going on over here? Here we go. There we go.
Alright.
All right, there it is. Woo! Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. What do you think about the Miz turning heel?
I like it. I like Miz as a heel.
Yeah,
I'm okay
I
with
like
that.
him more as a heel, but I was still like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he knew it was coming, and
It was a little obvious. A little obvious. And I think he's got a long way to go to bring me back to it. What did you think about... Is it happening? Something's happening.
There we go.
Boom!
Next you have. That way.
Oh, a little bit of Otis yoga. What do you think about Mama Otis being part of this storyline?
Mama Otis's fruitcake.
Yeah, Mama Otis,
Should have sent that to me.
not a fan of Dolph Ziggler. I'll send it to you right now.
What the fuck?
Wait, do you want the one with the... Yeah, I'll do this one. Mama Otis coming your way. Coming your way, everybody. A little bit of Mama Otis storyline, little Mandy Otis. I'm into it.
It's interesting.
funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's cool. It doesn't. It's not played off like a too bullyish or anything.
Yeah.
Um,
It's weird because it seems like it's causing friction between Mandy and Sonya.
right. Which I
Which
was
is
all
like-
like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
Is this one of those things where they're gonna try and do like a relationship thing in there? But
Yeah.
now is that even gonna work that way?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, but it does seem to be creating a little bit of tension there. Yeah, just do it like that. Blast the whole screen. Boom. Just do it. Yeah, just like that. Here he comes. Mama Otis! Yeah, come back! Come back! Yeah. Little Mama Otis for you. My mama saw it. But, what are you doing? Oh, there you go. You pointed at it.
There we go. Alright.
Yeah, no, I was happy with that. We had a lot of returns. We had Sheamus come back and beat up Shorty G for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
That was interesting. For why?
He wasn't even dressed ridiculous this time.
Nope, he was finally starting to look like a regular human. Revival had a match with him where he like sort of barely won, and then Sheamus came and said, about that face of yours, fuck it off.
Well, it was weird because it looked like he was coming back as a face.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, cool. And then all of a sudden he just kicks
just-
Shorty G.
Yeah, he's like, no, I want to beat up the little one.
Yeah, exactly.
What? Really weird. Let me see. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan together against Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. What do you think about that as a concept?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think I like this Daniel Bryan version. I just don't think I'm into it.
Got so goofy.
See, and I'm thinking that they're trying to make him edgy, like a little edgier. You know, get rid of the facial hair, the hair, long hair.
I think they're just trying to bring
down
back
to
the
business.
old thing. I think they're like,
Yeah.
hey, can we bring back WrestleMania 30?
Yeah, I just hope that that's not what they're trying to recreate fire like that because it's not gonna happen.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think as much as people are behind Daniel Bryan, I don't know. I mean, I guess they caught just a glimpse of it against The Fiend the once, where they're like, hey, people are kind of cheering Daniel Bryan in this match, and no one's cheered someone else in a match with The Fiend. I don't know if that's going to translate to a win.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, would that translate well if Daniel Bryan beat The Fiend?
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to translate the way that they may think. 'Cause I'm not really a fan of that stuff. So we had Roman and Dolph Ziggler versus Corbin and Daniel Bryan. And then we had the big return of the Usos.
Well, before that, it was wasn't it the SmackDown that what's his name came back in the Miz's locker room?
Oh, Johnny Mundo.
Yeah.
Johnny Morrison. Yeah, he came back. I don't know that I consider that a return because I was like, fuck that. That's stupid.
I like John Morrison.
I like him, but his whole big return was the Miz doesn't want to talk right now.
Yeah.
Well, you're Miz's fucking butler now, dude? What the fuck is this?
This just gets me because they could have had so many good like Royal Rumble things in these last 2 months or a month really, because there was a couple returns soon after Survivor Series.
Yeah,
and to me, I'm fearful that they're ruining Rumble.
I think I wonder that too because I thought about that with Morrison, Sheamus, Usos.
Well, see, I can see the Usos coming back because you really can't have a big tag team at the Rumble return unless you're like, oh, what tag team's going to face this tag team type of thing.
And I know we're not there yet, but even with Big Show, like those would be
the one that really pisses me off more than anything is Samoa Joe. I think he should be commentating at Rumble, sitting there and like, oh, number 13's coming out, and then all of a sudden they're playing his music, and he's like, oh, time to go, and then like takes off his suit and he's got his gear on underneath.
The old Jerry Lawler gimmick.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Lawler used to do that. Remember
Yeah,
a couple years in a row?
back, yeah.
He
get eliminated.
He gets come back down. He's like, oh, that was bogus. Did you see that?
Bullshit.
Yeah, I'm down for some old King gimmick. Yeah,
but I think something like that would have been, oh shit, he's back, he's not hurt and stuff like that. Instead of AOP putting him through a table and then him being like, all right, I'm back, I'm fighting.
Yeah, but I did like that moment where he's all like, if I get up, it's not to get out of you.
Yeah.
I was all like, oh shit.
See, I think I already missed.
Then he called it.
I think I already missed Joe on the microphone though.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Like 100%. It's like,
yeah. He's so good. It definitely feels... It's weird to think that there's a void of someone who's only there for a couple days.
Yeah.
I mean, he was there like 4 or 5 times and we're all like, where did he go?
Yeah, come back.
Come back. He left so soon.
Do your match and then come back to the table.
But when I also think about last year's Rumble, where there were absolutely no surprises apart from Jeff Jarrett, that was the only one people went, oh shit.
Yeah.
Every other one was kind of like, okay. No, I mean, you can argue that Nia getting her way in was a surprise.
Well,
Becky finding her way in was a surprise.
But I had a feeling she was coming in. Like, I think a lot of people had that hunch.
I think people did because the way they were chanting for, and I wanted it, but I couldn't figure out how it would make it work.
Yeah.
And they figured it out. But I don't think of those the same ways I think of a traditional Royal Rumble surprise.
Yeah, holy shit, John Cena's back.
Oh my god, there's this music and this person's here. Yeah. They're coming out. Like, these were like people weaseling themselves into matches, which to me doesn't feel the same. So I thought the same thing. We're also like, man, right before Rumble, and there's like 4 solid entrances you could have had at the Rumble where people would have been like, oh shit.
Yeah, Gargano would have been huge.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing is, because NXT's doing, is it just TakeOver? No, it's Clash of the Worlds or whatever. Battle of the Brands, whatever they call it.
Oh yeah, when worlds collide.
Yeah, that's it. They're doing that the Saturday before Rumble.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, all right, cool. But then, how many NXT guys are going to be in the Rumble?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a good amount. I mean, we'll get to that a little bit in a bit. Was there anything else on SmackDown that really stood out to you? I mean, the return of the Usos to me was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. It was, to me, it was a long time coming, though. I thought during the whole dog food thing the first time they were going to come out.
Yeah, but I think that
then when they came out this time, I was like, there they are.
Yeah. Well, I felt like finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which was good. I mean, they really made you want that. You know what I mean? By really painting Roman alone. Did I ever send you that tweet storm this guy went off on? Where the guy's like, okay, I know it's like scripted and stuff, but seriously, like, okay, so there's like a difference between being like a heel and then just being a fucking asshole. And Corbin and Dolph are just being assholes. He's like, it's not even in the thing anymore. They're just getting away with whatever they want.
So they're doing their job correctly.
Oh
Like,
my god, I was all like,
that's awesome.
dude, I loved it. And the guy's just like, he starts losing. He's all like, look, it's one thing to be like a scripted bad guy, but these guys are just getting away with whatever they want to do, and it's bullshit. They're just assholes. They're not bad guys.
Yeah.
This is stupid. And the guy was getting so mad. And then he was all like, you know what makes it worse? He comes back for like, you know what even makes it worse? He like kept coming back. And you
He
see
ran
some
out of
you know,
characters.
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6 of them. And then you see some stuff and people like saying, what about this? Well, you know what? You know what's even worse? And the worst part was, he goes, if that was happening to anyone else on the roster, Roman would be the first one out there to save their ass, and no one's coming out to help him. This is beyond scripted. This is just a bunch of assholes who don't respect him. And I was all like, this is amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, this is incredible. This is one of the best storylines in a long time.
Yeah.
Because
WWE's
it's working.
writers are they're like, we got it.
Whoa, we got a big one. Whoa.
Do we roll them in right away or let them fight
Yeah,
a little bit?
let 'em fight, let 'em
the
fight
drag
it.
go and let them
Yeah.
go out.
It was amazing. And then I was
That's
taking
awesome.
screenshots for a while of just every time people be all like, look, I get it, but seriously, fuck Baron Corbin. He's the worst. He's actually so bad, I fucking hate him. And I was like, wow, he's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god, he's that good.
You are making Baron Corbin look amazing.
Yeah.
now.
He's in there just like crying a little bit. It's like, I'm so happy. Yo, I even posted, I got the new shirt for Christmas, the None More
Yeah.
Hated. And I posted a picture of it, and I tweeted out to him, and I was like, the thing that makes me most happy about this shirt is that because of the design, it made it look like WWE fan hatred was just not enough.
Yeah.
He also wanted the hatred of every fan of Game of
Yeah.
Thrones
Game of Thrones.
to be just enough of a knockoff to fuck that guy
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And Corbin liked it. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, fuck him.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show, Baron Corbin.
Our old pal.
Yeah. But man, I was loving it, watching these people go fucking ballistic over it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, this is just it's past it, man. This isn't scripted. It's people getting away with whatever they want to do.
Bullshit.
Yeah, they're just getting away with it. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, it's obvious they're just getting away with whatever they want.
You don't think Baron Roman had a beer in the back afterwards with dog food all over him?
Yeah, but
But
so yeah, I think this is one of the better storylines, honestly, because it's got the people the most heated. People are so fucking aggravated. It's amazing too because you watch it and you're like, man, Corbin has gotten Roman Reigns over so good.
yeah, oh yeah.
Every time he hits Roman, it's oh fuck you, no boo, fuck you, dude. And then every time Roman does anything to Corbin, it's like ah! Like it's the biggest move of the night, and you're like, man, he just clotheslined him once.
Yeah.
Like, relax, it was a punch, man.
Yeah.
But they're just fucking losing it, and I
Dude,
think that
that's-
it's hard to argue this isn't the best storyline.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I gotta find that and show it to you. I won't post it online. I don't want to make someone look bad or anything like that. But and I don't think it looks bad. I love it, but I'll show it to you.
Okay, then.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
Oh, I forgot.
Take a
about
pill.
Come on, take your pills.
that. God damn it.
Where was Stackhouse?
Glad to be back.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that they really made you want the Usos back. People were even chanting for the Usos at one point, and then people kind of gave up that chant because they're like, "Fuck it, it's not happening."
Yeah.
And then they came out, and everyone was like, "I knew it!" But they already given up. You gave up.
Different.
Yeah, a little haircut.
Oh
going
my
on.
god, that
Don't talk about the haircut with him.
fucking haircut, man. What was he thinking?
What?
His little fucking get little bangs here, little straight line bangs. You get
It's
the little.
common in New York.
It's really common in New York, dude. I once got that haircut. I went to a dude in Bushwick and I was like, "Cut me up, dude. Let's do it." And he's like, "I'll make you look real clean, make you look real fresh, make you look good, make you look good." Does the whole thing. I get the same
your
fucking
hair,
haircut, and I was like, "Cool. Where's the nearest hat shop? What the fuck? I'm not paying you for this. You fucked with my head, man. I had glorious hair for walking in here. You're giving me a fucking bald cap with a nutsack on the back. Give me a hat." That's what he's got. It's got that pulled up scrotum look.
Stop it.
Just not a fan, man. Grow it out, dude. Even his brother's got like a shorter, but it's got it slicked back and stuff. Looks fine. Looks good. This little fucking get the fucking go see the line. Go see the straight line.
Okay.
You don't fuck that. He went to the wrong barber, man. He went to Bushwick for a haircut, and he should have gone to Tribeca. Everyone fucking knows that.
Expensive in Tribeca.
No, not my guy. Like $15, $20 maybe.
What?
Yeah, my Russian guy.
The Russian.
Not legal.
Yeah,
I give you a good haircut.
I give you a good haircut. You come back.
With no license. whatsoever.
Didn't need one.
No store.
Didn't even need one. He invited himself over to 4th of July once. He texted me on 4th of July one day, and he was like, "What are you doing today?" And I was like, "I think I'm gonna make my way down to Queens. I got a friend doing just a little, just her and her boyfriend and like 2 of their friends. I'm just gonna go be there." He goes,
Sounds
"All right, I'll be there in a few minutes. I'm on the way." And I was like, "What?" And he just like pulled up and he goes, "Let's go." And I was like, "What the fuck?" So I like text my friend. And I was like, "Hey, I'm on the way. I'm bringing my barber." And they're all like, "What? He's not bringing his barber." And they're like, "I don't know, man. Marsh might bring his barber." And then when I showed up, they told me they were all like, "Yeah."
Gabe's asking which
Who is the fucked haircut? Naomi's husband, Jimmy. He's got the fucked haircut. And how could she let that happen?
she probably was there.
She probably got the same haircut.
She's all like, "Make it straighter."
She's like, it looks good.
Yeah.
See, and that's another thing about the Usos returning is that you know it's a matter of time before Naomi.
Yeah,
Comes
but
back.
if they hold
Which
that one
kind
for
of-
the Rumble, though, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
But then
That's what I was
it's still like you see it coming.
Yeah, but it would be fine if it's a
I'm
Rumble.
fine with that.
Well,
Yeah. Because who else is she going to be in there with? It would make a difference.
I just think if you're gonna bring back the Usos at once, bring back Naomi at the same time.
Oh, she's going to come out there and super kick Dolph?
Well, no, just if there was a girl, if Mandy was with Dolph at that time.
Yo, Mandy's not with Dolph, dude.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Mama Otis doesn't want to hear that kind of shit. Not around here.
Mama Otis got
No,
the cake.
no,
for
Mandy's not even with that dude, dude.
him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for reference. Otis.
She could be with Otis. Mama Otis.
Mama O.
I think that brings us to Raw.
So overall, it was okay. It was an okay show.
I liked SmackDown. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought there was a lot of surprises, a lot of stuff going on, changes and dynamic of characters, and I was like, this felt like a good story. It felt like a lot happening. And then we get Raw. Raw happened after that, and nothing happened over the weekend. Some stuff happened over the weekend, actually. Matter of fact, Wrestle fucking Kingdom happened over the weekend. The 2-day long Japanese WrestleMania, Wrestle Kingdom, where we had the very last match of Jushin Thunder Liger. Storied career. Oh shit. I don't know. You know who Liger is, right?
Yeah, he was in WCW for a while.
Yeah, he was there for a bit. I got the drawing from Napoleon Dynamite. I just looked at Liger. I thought it would pull up.
Okay.
It didn't.
Wow.
It didn't pull up the way I thought it would.
What did you pull up?
Just how disappointed you were right there.
Yeah. I mean, I should have known. I should have fucking known. But it didn't happen. Yeah, he's 55. He retired. He'd been saying this whole year that this was going to be his last year, and he was just doing the retirement tour. Yeah, 55. I need about a 55. But yeah, retirement to Jushin Liger. It was a great
Cheers.
run. One of the best. Cheers.
To Jushin.
Got a lot of impact on a lot of anybody who you like that has ever wrestled. We'll have a Jushin Liger story for you. So that happened.
CM Punk? CM Punk?
CM Punk.
Adam Cole?
Yeah, actually, both had stories with them. and stuff, yeah.
I'm just kidding. They were both in Japan.
Yeah, no, there's a picture of a young Kevin Owens with him and stuff right there. Let's see. Otherwise, in that match or in that weekend, Moxley Liger?
Yeah, just kidding.
I don't think he did.
Oh, really?
I don't think he won that one. But I mean,
It's a traditional way to go out.
Yeah.
I would imagine they keep with tradition.
yeah, and it was super like meaningful. Like, so they started the match. He came out and they did like this salute, this bell salute. He's just standing there, and his opponent's just in the ring, just crying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you're so like, man, like you can't even like the
Like-
weight
like
of
Little
this.
Nate and
Yeah.
Ric Flair.
Yeah, just they're just bawling.
The moments of silence.
Yeah.
Moment of silence.
Yeah.
I hear his opponent. Hey, you're supposed to be silent.
That's what you would be like.
Yeah.
Thank God you guys don't wrestle. You guys would be the worst. Like they just walk over to you and smack you.
Yeah. You're just like fucking hold yourself.
Grab your mouth.
Yeah. Shut up. Just fucking hold yourself, man.
You both. You both drop and no one helps you.
Anyways.
Guys are dumb.
That's how the cry fest would go.
And then it turned into laughing.
Only you.
Yeah, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to fart at you. That's what our last show's gonna be like on here. Coming to an end.
I'm never taking you to Japan. Never.
Oh, Lexi's back. Lexi Havoc, what's up?
Lexi.
Welcome to the show. We're just talking about Juice and Liger, as you do.
Cheers.
No, Lexi, you missed it. That's bullshit.
As you do. Serious business.
Lexi, you missed a lot of
But
inappropriate jokes.
none.
Not from us.
So Moxley won the U.S. title back in Japan.
Oh, good.
And then some dude came out. Not just some dude. I forget the guy's name. But a dude comes out and just beats the shit out of him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was like jumping to Raw real quick. Did you see when the dude that was the officiator?
Oh, we'll talk about that. Oh, yeah, that was good stuff.
That was awesome. They didn't know what to do. They kind of like,
Yeah, sorry. Let's see, Wrestle Kingdom. The other thing I thought was interesting about Wrestle Kingdom was that everyone was saying like, okay, so there was a match with Tanahashi and Jericho where the stipulation was if Tanahashi won, he would get a shot at the AEW title.
Mhm.
And everyone's all like, okay, well then obviously Tanahashi has to win because that match has to happen in AEW. It's going to bridge the whole thing between AEW and NJPW. And they're like, okay, so that's pretty much a foregone conclusion. And I was sitting here going, what? I don't feel like Jericho's the type of person to put over someone like that for no, for the thing. I was like, I just didn't see it. I was like, I don't understand a world where that happens. Like, I wasn't going to watch the match because I thought, well, Jericho's clearly going over. He's not going to go out there and be like, hey, I'm just going to go lose this match in Japan and then come back and say I'm the late champion. So I thought it was like the opposite. But then, yeah, he ended up winning the match. So there will be no AEW title match for that. Yeah. Let's see, great, it's still on, but not a match I really care about. Oh yeah, what's going on in Impact right now? Who's even over in Impact right now? So I thought Tessa left, but yeah. So Jericho won, Moxley won, but then they both got beat the fuck up. So at the end too, the world title. I forget the name of the fella who won it, but then Kenta, remember Hideo Itami? He comes over there, lays him out, and then sits on top of him and holds up both titles. And that's like how they ended the show.
You know he farted.
And I'm just trying to figure out if
who farted?
Kenta.
Yeah.
He clearly farted on the guy. I'm trying to figure out like why do I care about Kenta? You know what I mean? Like I saw that that's how they ended it, and I was like, But
wasn't he a big deal in Japan before coming here?
my understanding was he was a big deal in a smaller promotion in Japan before coming here. But I don't know all of that stuff. I just don't. But Wrestle Kingdom did happen. There were matches that everyone's
He's
talking
got
about.
that American training.
Yeah. So,
Just like
well, he knows how to get
NXT.
hurt.
Yeah.
Right now it's supposed to
RVD and Moose versus Cage and Rhino.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brian Cage.
right on. That sounds pretty cool. Let's see. So the other thing, Osprey had a match, and everyone was throwing around a clip of it where it was a whole bunch of back handsprings and stuff. And I don't know how I feel about it. The back handsprings. There was an awful lot, and then an arm drag into between the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Just looked a little. I don't know.
Awkward.
Yeah, it looked a little hyper choreographed.
Mm.
But at the same time, I guess it also made sense in movement sense. So, who am I? I don't know. But there were matches at Wrestle Kingdom this week that everyone was talking about, and those are pretty much them. And I don't think that AEW is going to pop up with NJPW anytime soon. As long as we're on the topic, I'll bring it up real quick. I was looking at it. I even said, so my understanding of how Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks left New Japan was it was very, very different. Kenny Omega left, and New Japan was very upset because they said, because they put so much effort in him and he was one of their top stars. When the Young Bucks said, yeah, we're going too, they said, who are you? Go, leave. You can leave, please.
Yes, we got rid of them.
Yeah, they did. They largely didn't care. And Young Bucks are like, well, we would stay probably for more money. And like, then go. We're not paying you anything more.
We're good.
Yeah, and so the whole idea being that Young Bucks was largely dismissed by NJPW, where Kenny Omega was largely beloved. So there's this my understanding, this anger and hatred from the Young Bucks towards NJPW if they don't respect us or see our value or we see it, and Kenny Omega being like, I don't know, they're pretty good to me. Like,
but the problem is with a lot of the elite, they think all their values like extremely high, and it's like
100%. And I think
they need a reality check.
and what I thought was interesting in
Who
there
used to
too
do
was
the reality check?
Ashton Kutcher.
No.
Oh, I just was guessing Ashton Kutcher.
Okay.
I feel like
You
he'd be
just
the
wanted
type.
to say Coocher.
Well, I just thought he'd be the type to do a reality cheek.
Okay. Well,
You know?
Lexi was talking about Moxie's match. Was
What'd you say?
amazing. Said Moxie's match was amazing for what?
I didn't get to see it, but it did sound decent. It sounded like it's worth a watch. I saw the one clip of him going through the tables. But it was also supposed to be like a street brawl, which I didn't know how that would play out in Japan. It was a Texas street fight. That's an interesting place for it.
Miz does reality check.
Miz did the reality check.
See?
That's funny.
Oh, that makes sense because you're on a reality show. All right, I can. Okay, that's clever. All right, Miz, you got me on that one. The check?
That was the check.
There's
I
no
did
fucking
this.
way that was
I
the
did this. Replay, instant replay.
Yeah, pull it back.
Throwing
So-
a challenge flag.
So, largely, my understanding, I mean, so Jericho said this as well. He says that although he won, he was like, I'd leave the title challenge open to him. He said a few things where I was like, dude, fucking relax. He goes, you don't be in this career as long as I have for almost 30 years or whatever, and perform at such a high level for so long and be considered one of the greatest of all time without being like a great businessman. And I was like, okay, first off, relax. You were really coddled by WWE most of your career.
Yeah.
But what he did say was that he said that there was a lot of money on the table if AEW and NJPW worked together.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see how that could be a mutually beneficial business act, and he thought that was something that they should strive to do. And then after he says that,
I was going to say, please tell me he drafted It's Best for Business.
it's what's best for business. Yeah. A little bit of the business. So then someone asks Young Bucks like the next day, and they go, yeah, that was just a rumor. He goes, nothing's happening. This is what one of the Jackson says. He goes, I think Jericho just did that to get the internet to talk a little bit more about the situation. He goes, but the door's not open at all. And I was like, okay, Young Bucks, you look a little spiteful right now. But
see, the Young Bucks to me are completely overrated tag team.
oh,
I don't see the big deal in them. And then it sounds like they're just kind of shitty people too.
You know, I was reading more and more things about what other people in the industry said about them before they were like who they are right now. And it was all about how they were like sneaky and manipulative and
Really?
kind of shitty. And I was like, interesting. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, and they might be really cool. Although the chance that I had to meet them, they did snub me and walk right past me with a video camera, and I was like, oh hey, and there's like. If I can get around, I was like, "What the fuck?" It was at Starcast. They were walking by. I even saw the video that they were filming for it, and you could see them walking. I was like, "Oh yeah, we're great!" And they're like hand picking fans that they already know. Come here! Oh look, we're so good with fans. And I was like, I tried to say hi. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, I tried to say hi, and you're so like,
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
They spat on me.
Yeah.
They spat on me.
Who is it that you hate?
Spears.
Yeah, they spears you.
Yeah, they spearsed it.
They spearsed it.
Yeah. But that was kind of what was happening with that. Jushin Liger retired, and Moxley won a title, and Jericho squashed the proverbial beef. That's Jericho at Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh, I was looking.
Well, that's Mandy.
Yeah. I was
Like, he looks way different.
yeah. He's looking good. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you sent me that thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
AEW, yeah.
I thought someone made that picture.
Yeah, I thought it was
Like,
fake too.
That's
but-
fake.
Yeah.
You guys are mean.
Yeah.
How sad is that? I was like, man,
Really?
people are just jerks on Twitter.
Yeah, I was
Fucking
like,
internet
dude.
trolls.
Yeah. But apart from that, there's nothing that caught my eye necessarily as far as the wrestling world was concerned after that. Until we got to Raw. Is that not true?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
The only other thing that I can think of that no one seems to have to have watched is the Roman Dolph New Year's Eve match.
Did you watch it?
Oh,
No, I
yeah.
didn't watch it.
There you go. Thanks for bringing it up.
I found out about it afterwards. I was like, oh shit, that's kind of cool. The Steve Harvey New Year's Eve.
Probably entertaining, like the live event, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
nothing that anyone's tweeting about.
Matt Hardy just released a clarification about confusion with WWE roster status. He goes, ever since I returned last February, I've been listed on the SmackDown roster. When I performed on Raw in November, December, I wasn't ever officially put on Raw roster. Saw several websites suggesting I'd switch roster, but that's not the case. Oh, that's not much clarification. Thanks for that.
He was a free agent beforehand.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess before that, that's what he was. Let's see. I'm just seeing if there's anything else coming through the rumor mill. Well, that's interesting. Ember Moon's injury she got
Yeah.
was while she was chasing the 24/7 title backstage.
That was how it was?
Yeah, one of those stupid spots.
Oh, yeah.
She said she tore her Achilles while chasing the title backstage. She was running in a pack of women during Carmella's short title reign, and she fucking rolled her goddamn ankle and ripped it in half.
God damn.
She also admitted that when she was told to do this, she had a bad feeling about it. Then when she started running, she felt a pop and her Achilles was torn. I mean, you shouldn't feel... You shouldn't have a bad feeling about running.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what that was.
This isn't going to end well.
Kofi can't run anymore. That's what he said on the podcast.
I think he can now. I think it's part of the deal. So I think he couldn't when he was injured, and that's what he was talking about. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he can't run too much. But yeah, it's EW, not the round two match. Yeah, I think that brings us to Raw. Yeah.
See Lexi's comment?
Nope, I did not. What did Lexi say over here? See, starts this week. Let's see, only saw clips here and there. John Moxley's match was amazing from what I heard. Let's see. Kevlar Miz does reality check. Like an idiot. Let's see.
Idiot.
Rhea Ripley's reign starts this week on NXT. That's true. The first time we're going to see Rhea Ripley as a champion and not crowd surfing. No, I'm okay. Not crowd surfing through the NXT ring will be this week. I think that'll be cool to see. I'm interested to see her as a champion because I think she's going to be believably threatened. You know what I mean? Where with Shayna Baszler, there was a whole lot of, well, this person can't fucking win against Shayna. I think with Rhea, it's going to be a lot of, well, I don't know. This person might be able to, yeah.
Can't you do it?
Let's see. TP Poker, sharing the love. TP Poker! Let's see.
Cheers, TP.
Cheers to Lexi. Cheers to TP.
All the Rockaholics.
Hell yeah. Except for Gabe. This is mine now. I'm doing things to it and with it.
He's going to gas those stickers off.
Yeah.
He's already on his way back.
Yeah, he just comes breaking through the back window.
Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah,
He does do CrossFit now.
yeah, he knows how to roll. That's what CrossFit is. Mostly rolls. So let's see. Let's see. It started off. So they started off showing the wedding. What'd you think of the wedding? You haven't talked about it yet.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool Liv came back, but kind of stupid.
I don't know where you go with Liv from there, because what's the match she's going to have that's going to put her on the map? Although, it's hard to argue a couple things, and that being that there aren't a bunch of eyes on Liv Morgan right now. She probably got more viewership than she would have had in any other program. It's also hard to argue that it's not working, because everyone's cheering the shit out of Rusev and booing Lana right out of the building, and they're not shitting on the segment.
Yeah.
They're not. Like, Sam Roberts brought up a good point where it's like, hey, if you want to see someone like poo-poo a segment straight out of the building and say this segment is awful, he goes, go back and watch the Bayley's This Is Your Life with Alexa. Here's two people who were largely beloved at the time, and the segment was just not working, and the crowd was just like, no. But this was not happening like that.
But when they did that, weren't they in like New York or Chicago? Like one of the tough crowd cities.
It's possible.
Not that that makes a huge difference.
But, I mean, either way, they said
But
no.
at the same time, remember, you can't say that shit, because remember the Raw where Ronda was on after Rumble, everyone was booing the shit out of her, and they didn't keep it.
Yeah, that's true. They changed some of it out. So it's hard to know sometimes, too. Although Lawler was saying on his podcast, which it's hard to, I don't know what Lawler's paid to say or not say on the outside, but on his podcast he said that he thought that it largely wasn't portrayed over the TV as well as it was received in the audience. He said that when you're in the crowd and they're there, that you hear the people screaming and cheering and booing where they should, but on TV it doesn't come across the same way.
Well, that might be a big thing too, because I was going to mention it too, the whole Daniel Bryan Fiend thing, where the Fiend's all, will you let me in? Or Bray asked that.
Yeah.
And then Daniel Bryan's like,
Oh,
yes,
God.
yes. And then
Alright.
no
Water
one,
bottle.
Oh, are you going to throw him out?
no one,
Oh my God.
no one in the crowd's doing it.
That's true.
And then they edit it, like, oh, this week, and then they show it, and everyone's going crazy.
No, everyone stop the whole goddamn show for Gabe.
What's up?
Hold on, I gotta be on the camera for a second.
You fucked
You
it.
fucked
I
it up.
fucked it all up, man.
Yeah, you
I
did.
don't want to be on camera now. I'm just gonna leave.
No,
You just
it's
debated. Well, now it's too late. Now you have to.
It's not here, but
This idiot. This is the one I was telling you about earlier. Leaving his bottle in and around things.
You know, I was just hosting a show earlier for you. No biggie.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, cheers to that.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That's true.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
I take my hydration very seriously, so that's why I came back.
That's a good point. Good point. Tune in next week where they're going to say more than two words together.
That's true.
Yeah. Next week is going to be the true testament. The first time I ever asked Gabe to cover, it was when I wasn't going to be there. And at first he's like, yeah, that sounds great. I'll do the show. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to be there. And he's like, nah, I don't know, man. And I was like, what? And he goes, I don't know how that show's supposed to look without you anchoring it down. Because Kevlar and Klump, they're all over the place, man. I don't know. And I was like, all right, well, I did all I could. So now
that was the show we almost got kicked off of.
Yeah.
Because we were just...
Yeah.
they were good today.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how you guys mesh well next week when I'm out of town. I'll be out of town. I will be live at Into the Fire. Oh, was it? And Hard Times. I don't know the Hard Times song. Hey Siri, play Hard Times.
Hard Times by Paramore now playing.
This is unlikely to be it. Hey Siri, stop. Stop it right now.
Jump on the banana boat.
Yeah, that's probably true. Let's see. So Brock Lesnar comes out and opens up Raw, dude. He opens up Raw.
The return.
And he is there with the title, and you go, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he's got it. And then Heyman's
There it
like, fuck everyone. And so Heyman announces that Brock Lesnar is not only entering the Royal Rumble, he's going to be the first person out there.
B plus. Terrible.
Yeah, I know, man. They're stupid. Paul Heyman was so good at it. But it is interesting to think with Brock Lesnar coming out to be in the Rumble match, and it doesn't sound like the title's on the line like we've seen previously in other Rumbles. He just seems to be a part of it. I think the belief is that someone will eliminate Brock, and that person is going to go on to either win the Rumble because either they're the last two, or that person's going to end up in the match of Mania with Brock. I don't know. And so some speculation is that it's going to be someone from SmackDown or NXT because they didn't know how else to get Brock with somebody if they don't want to use someone on Raw.
Well, see, my original going into Rumble season, if you will, after Survivor Series, calling it that from now on, is I was thinking McIntyre was going to win it.
I didn't have a good win.
To me, I was like, he needs this push. He needs, he'd be good with it. The last couple weeks, they've...
What? That mic is off. What?
The last couple weeks, it seems like he's been turning a little face and then coming back a little. And, so it's like, this would be cool. They can play with it a little.
Oh, yeah.
And then once they announced Brock, it was going to be in it. I was like, great.
I mean, it could still be...
Quit. I know, Adam Cole wins it.
Oh, yeah. It should be Adam Cole, and he should go for the Fiend. Then he should win. Because he's Adam Cole, and he's the best, baby. Baby. I do think it's interesting. Lexi brings up a good point. Other people have asked, why is Brock allowed to do this kind of a deal? If you go back before the winner got the Rumble shot, Hogan was in every year.
Oh, yeah.
With the championship.
Yeah.
He would sometimes rock the belt out to there and then put it down and be like, all right, let's do this. Then he'd win. Like, what did he win for?
Yeah.
Who did that help ever?
Hogan.
So,
it helped Hogan.
Just help Hogan, yeah. So, I just think it's a Hogan move.
Yeah.
Let's see. I was thinking that they might put the title on the line, but I don't think they will. But
yeah. We'll see, and I think it's one of the few credits that Brock hasn't had, right? He hasn't won it. Has he? Did he win it back in the day?
I don't think he has won. Oh, wait. Yeah, he did. He definitely won a Royal Rumble. Pull it up. Royal Rumble.
The undisputed title Rumble. Or
Brock win. Wow. Let's see.
This is good.
You need the Jeopardy song.
Oh my god. Okay. Not good. That was sarcasm. Not good.
Well, you're not looking it up. That's what the producer's supposed to do. You're not doing it.
You said casually. Is what you actually wanted.
I want to know.
Can you say it without yelling? What exactly?
We can't.
What exactly you want to know?
When did Brock Lesnar win the Royal Rumble? He won it like his first or second year. So I think it was like 2002, 2003, something like that. If you can go back and find all the Royal Rumble winners, maybe on Wikipedia, we can find out. Sorry,
But then I thought the same exact thing with Charlotte. Like, I don't see anyone else winning the women's.
Here's how I see the women's Rumble playing out. I'll tell you right now.
Ronda Rousey.
No. Everyone's going to think it's going to be Rousey, but it's not. It's going to be Shayna Baszler. Baszler's going to come out, and she's going to be losing to Becky Lynch at Royal Rumble not Royal Rumble, but at WrestleMania. It's going to be the main event that they've been wanting, or maybe not main event, but it's going to be one of the main events. Shayna versus Becky is going to be this fucking all-out brawl, 20 minutes, whatever. Right before Becky's about to fucking win, Ronda's music hits. Boom! Costs Becky the title.
2003 Royal Rumble. He won.
2003. See? Called it.
You did.
I said 2002 or 2003 or something. I remember he won it really early on. Or I could see even see Ronda costing Shayna the match because she wants to be the one to take the title off Becky. But I think Ronda comes back at Mania and interferes in that match and is the decisive person in the win.
Yeah. Do you think Cena comes back this year?
At the Rumble?
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope he's got at least a part.
Did I send you that thing that 2019 was the only year since 2000 whatever?
Like 15 years or some shit.
That Cena wasn't in it.
He wasn't
Or
in-
added a pay per view.
he didn't have a match in a pay-per-view. He
Yeah.
had an appearance at WrestleMania, and I think he was on the one SmackDown with Becky, but I can't remember if that was 18 or 19. I mean, because he had I think he had that one spot with Becky, and I don't remember if that
Where
was.
they went back and forth and stuff.
Well, then she went over to his face because remember they
But that was
tagged.
during the Man thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the Man, I guess, came out late 18.
Yeah, it happened after SummerSlam 18, so I don't know if that was 2018 or 2019, but I do know that the only time Cena showed up at any pay-per-view was WrestleMania when he came out as the Thuggernomics and did the stuff with Elias.
Lexi agrees with you.
I think Baszler comes out too because Rhea is champ now. Yeah, and I think it'd be a great way to get back to where they started. I think the Shayna Becky stuff was really good that they were doing leading into the Survivor Series, and I think that Ronda comes back at Mania and costs someone the match, and then there we are. We're off to the races for the next however many months.
Yeah, I can see that. That'd be good.
Yeah,
I just want surprises at Rumble, and outside of from what I'm thinking right now is Cena. Gabe agrees.
yeah. I think Cena would be.
Cena
great.
would be the only one that I'd be like, all right, cool, this is awesome.
I'd be excited.
Yeah.
I'd be excited to see him last.
I would.
You know what I mean?
I'd be excited to see him the one eliminating Brock.
Yeah, I think they got a lot of history, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows
We'll
on that
see.
one? We'll
Yeah.
see how that one plays out. But I do think it's interesting, and there's a lot of room for discussion on that with Brock being in the Rumble and being the title holder.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like the idea of him being first because I think that you can have a really fun sort of Stone Cold type moment.
Well, see, I think
When
you.
people are coming in and you just throw them the fuck out. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here. Like,
But see, I think you can also have it like you said, where somebody eliminates them and they instantly have a grudge and meaning towards something.
yeah.
And hopefully that's what happens. I do not want to see Brock Lesnar win it.
Yeah.
It would be terrible. But
Yeah,
anyways,
Lexi says she popped for Marty Scurll at a Royal Rumble. My only problem is because Brock is such a part of this Rumble now. I don't think I want someone as... I mean, I think that you could do so much with Marty Scurll, and I don't think he's going to be the one to eliminate Brock. And I want him to have a bigger meaning when he shows up. With Brock being a factor in the Rumble, it's the only reason I'd say no. If he wasn't a factor, I'd be like, yeah, sure, yeah, bring him in. Let's do some crazy shit with him. But I actually think that Scurll would do amazing in NXT. But
Keith Lee, Brock Lesnar.
Keith Lee and Lesnar, I think, will go nose to nose at some point on there. I don't know. I think you get a lot of options. I really do hope Cena comes out, even if Cena gets eliminated by him pretty quick. I think him just coming out
Like
will
3
be a huge
seconds,
deal.
like R-Truth or
Yeah.
Santino. Like just,
Yeah. Like he goes to slide in and Brock just pushes him on out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Picks him up, tosses him. All right.
Yep, they think also Scroll in NXT 6 to 8 months. I agree. I think that'd be the best place for him. I don't think he'd be utilized correctly on in AEW. I don't think he would be. They're not utilizing anyone in the Elite very well in AEW, so I want to see more for Scroll. And him just showing up in NWA, he's already stolen my heart, dude.
He took it.
Took it. He done took it. Let's see. We got the United States Champion Andrade versus Rey Mysterio. You see Andrade come out in Party City ninja costume?
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find that for you.
I was laughing so hard. Because this is like the
Yeah.
second week. It's the second week he did this.
Yeah, he's rocking it. There you go. He's coming out in what is largely a Party City ninja costume, red ninja costume. I do think that part of Raw though has become, what's Alina gonna wear? You know what I mean? She's always coming out rocking, looking good, and looking like, who are you wearing? It feels like red carpet when she comes out, and then Andrade comes out with a fucking poofy shirt like Seinfeld and a big droopy bib. He's just rocking the red ninja. And then him and Mysterio had a pretty good match.
Yeah, pretty good match.
With a weird kind of ending there, where Mysterio knocked over Andrade or Zelina. Andrade grabbed him, threw him in the ring, and John Cone was all like, "Get the fuck back out of the ring! You're supposed to be doing a thing."
Yeah.
John Cone just taking over and being like, "Get up there and look concerned, Andrade. Quit the shit, man."
Stop.
Yeah.
Alright.
I know, that was so weird.
Yeah, there it is. Andrade's
Yeah.
Red Ninja. If you want to dress up as Andrade for Halloween this year, boom, there you
You
go.
got it.
Right, Shaw?
But yeah, that John Cone getting involved, and it was like,
Just
you know,
manhandling.
stop, no, like
Manhandling.
ripping them apart. You're supposed to be there, and you're supposed to be there. It was like,
Yeah.
that doesn't look good.
Yeah, it was a little weird. Let's see. Should we already put Marty back against Black? Like Aleister Black and Marty? That could be cool. Or he can even start a villain club with Aleister Black. Give him some purpose. He can tag. We've seen it before. Do you think they're leading towards a hair versus mask match with Andrade and him? Because he keeps yanking on that hat.
Yeah, I mean, he took it off completely.
Yeah.
I think it's so weird that he rips it off and they immediately grab a towel and cover his face. It's like, we know what you look like.
Yeah, they're trying to show a little respect to it, though.
I understand that, but it's like, all you got to do is Google Rey Mysterio unmasked, and
It's all over the place.
yeah. But yeah, they're leading towards something. I just don't know what it is.
Lexi asks, is Andrade turning into a goof now?
His outfits are.
Yeah, his outfits definitely are. I don't know about him.
Oh, found it. Oh, thank God.
Oh, there it is, the bib. Looks like a deflated. You ever seen those those big, jumpy, like the big inflated things where people dance around,
Yeah.
and it's just like one bright color? He looks like he's wearing one of those, except it's all deflated. Yeah, he's like, I just lost the air pump. I don't know what to do with it at this
started
point.
laughing so hard.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is he doing there, man? I was like, he's afraid he's gonna spill, and that's just like bloop 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 bloop.
So we gotta get one for Clump.
Yeah, I think it'd be a really good outfit for Clump because he dribbles a lot.
So what do you think of, real quick, Andrade winning at MSG?
I always think it's cool to do something in MSG like that, but I do think it's starting to become a little bit.
Predictable.
It's always the
and-
U.S. title, and it's always at the
US,
MSG.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking the same thing. But then the other thing that got me was the Randy Orton injury. When they're
Yeah,
like,
that
"Oh,
was
this
cool.
happened," and I was like, "Oh fuck, he's fucked up." He fucked his. That was such.
Yeah, and he got you,
yeah.
dude. He
Yeah.
fucking
As soon as
got you.
AJ's music hit, I was like, maybe, and then it was like, oh, I was like, maybe his injury's not that bad. But then as soon as he kicked the crutch, I was like, oh, that's a work.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they got me, you son of a bitches.
Oh yeah, they totally got a producer. She's all like, "Is he really hurt?" And I was like, "I don't know." And she's all like, "Looks bad.
Yeah,
Looks like he's really hurt." And I was like, "Looks bad. Looks bad." And then like the whole thing happened. She goes, "You knew, didn't you? You asshole!" And I was like, "What? I didn't know. I couldn't be sure.
Yes, you did. You knew the whole time.
You never like know." But yeah, it was a really good. It was a good match.
But anyways, what I was going to say real quick too is I wish they would do stuff like that at random house shows throughout the year. Not just the one at MSG. I'm not saying titles have to change hands, but something big storyline wise has to happen at more live events, and all that'll do is boost up live event attendance.
Exactly,
And it's a win-win for them, and I don't understand why they don't do it more often.
Here we go.
well because they don't want it to happen like every time, right?
Well, not yeah.
You gotta hit the button.
Oh, I'm waiting for you guys to.
We're still talking about them.
There we go.
How much longer do we got to drag out a conversation about Andrade? Christ. Put it up. Let's get it. Let's do it.
I'm just gonna mute you. The rest of the show.
Hey, you can't mute single people now anymore.
Nope. It's all one mic. Hello. So Corey Graves
Jesus,
hates fart
Jane.
sounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He'd be a big fan of the show, Corey Graves.
What?
Corey Graves, he hates the sound of farts. All fart sounds. Renee was on After the Bell, hashtag After the Bell, pod, whatever.
You do the
And
hashtag sign anymore?
hashtag ATB. And Renee mentioned the thing. She's like, you hate the sound of farts. And he goes like, thanks, Renee. It's like, I'm probably gonna get a
Yeah.
Twitter feed filled of
Uproar.
farts and fart sound tweets. And she's like, it's hysterical. And then she's like, well, you don't fart in front of Mela? And he's all like, he was saying, no, he doesn't. He's like, I think that's disgusting. He's like, you have another room for that. You can go anywhere in the house. You can just,
Wait.
you don't need to share that kind of thing.
He's got a big enough house that he has a fart room.
He's got a fart room, dude. Yeah, he's got a fart cove.
I like this guy more and more all
Yeah.
of a sudden.
I mean, I call that
This
my
is-
living room.
Yeah.
You call that your house.
Basically, if it's not the living room, it's your safe room.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get the opposite, like a panic room, but for house farts.
Just the fart room.
Yeah, just the fart room.
Got those big old pads on the top.
But what was funny is that, you know, Renee said something along the lines of like, oh, you know, it's what's you find out if someone really likes you for all you're bad and you're good and all that. And he goes, believe me, she's accepted plenty of bad about me. I don't need to add that on the list. And so I was like, all right, that's funny.
Dude, people need to start just making fart noises behind the commentator's desk.
Oh yeah,
Throughout.
if I was right behind him, just do the big old like Bart Simpson. Like so good. Just like holding out a whoopee cushion, just like right behind him. I wonder how many times you get away with it before he like just throws you out, and it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Because it would be so worth it. I'd be all like, not even mad, Corey. Thank you. Be like live tweeting it, literally being thrown out for making fart noises. This is a goddamn dream come true. Corey Graves is now a hero for throwing me out because I farted. Fake farts.
By the fart machine little box.
Just like
Just
have
sit
it like,
behind him.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Like try to like slowly drop it over the edge so he doesn't even see it happen. So when I do it, it's like right beneath him, and he's just like,
How do we still have viewers?
yeah. Like she's like, I was trying to talk about AJ a while ago, and you guys have been on farts for a while. You've been on Corey Gray farts for a while.
This supposed to be a side note.
Yeah.
You guys ran with it.
We are going to talk about that very same spot, though, here in just a second, because I agreed with you on that one, Lexi, for sure. That brings us over to the Raw Tag Team Champions, Viking Raiders, OC, and Street Profits. Man, I was so worried they were going to give the title to Street Profits.
I did too.
I don't like...
Several times when Street Profits pinned one of the members of the OC,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, there it is. And then, nope, I was like, all right, cool. I wanted OC to win it, but...
Yeah, I'm fine with either them or Viking Raiders. I just don't want to see any more Street Profits at all. But it was
All they
otherwise
do
a
is
good match.
yell. They yell like Lana. They just yell.
They yell so much. They're overly cartoonish.
We want the smoke! Or however they do it.
They're
Something
just
like that.
GIFs.
Yeah.
They're live GIFs.
Yeah, I'm not into it. So it brings us to Becky Lynch, and she throat punches Asuka, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked it. I hate the way Asuka speaks.
What?
I hate it.
In Japanese, we don't. She just yells.
Her native
I'm not saying
native
anything
tongue.
about the Japanese language.
The
Taking my words out of context.
I don't know.
I just
what
said,
they are.
Whoa! I just hate the way she delivers it. Happy?
That's
crazy.
funny because he loves it.
I think it's
hate
great.
it.
I think it's great because it makes her look
stupid.
absolutely insane.
It makes her look stupid.
She looks insane.
It's mimics her, flow in the ring too. I hate it. I don't like her at all.
What, high intensity?
I think she looks sloppy most of the time
What are you talking
when
about?
she's in the ring.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no.
You're not even watching. You've probably never watched one of their matches. Oh, did you see the Mojo stuff with Eric Rowan?
Yeah.
Where he sees the severed ball sack in there and then freaks out?
Mojo
walks
on the
up-
other dude's face.
Yeah. And then Mojo walks over and he goes, "Hey, Rowan, let me see your sack." I was like, "Yeah, Mojo, get it.
There we go.
Let me just put my face in it, in
Yeah.
your sackle area." And then he gets a good old look and is like, "Oh,
I like-
man,
I
his
like-
butthole."
But I like how Mojo was the only one to say please.
Yeah. And then
Can
he's
I
like,
see it?
"Okay,
Please.
yeah, please."
Okay.
Um,
I liked Mojo's reaction.
Gabe says she's got no Sakan accent, so her Japanese is different.
Yeah.
I
But
think
I think it's not her accent. It's
all
the way
Japanese,
she.
right?
The yellow.
Yeah, it's
It's
all.
just all
It's
the
all.
Japanese.
It's just all garbage.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
See, we have difference of opinions on this show.
No, I just hate even like if somebody was talking in English like that, like just it's like
So
it's
she
annoying.
sounds like Street Profits to you.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She doesn't want the smoke. She wants the mist.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Mojo gets farted on by the cage, and then the jobber gets spurted on by the cage, and the plot thickens. I still don't think I give a shit about what's in the cage, but I guess it's slightly more interesting. This thing that grosses out Mojo and then farts blood at a jobber.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know where you go with it.
I don't know where you go with it either. It's just a Rowan sack gimmick.
Yeah. What you got in that sack, bro?
Yeah, please, let me nose your sack, bro.
Please can I see your
Oh,
sack?
please just nose your sack.
Just a little peek.
Just
at
a
your
little,
sack.
little goatsy. What if that's what's in there, dude? Just goatsy pictures. Never mind. Don't Google that, guys. Don't Google that. We did get AJ Styles versus Akira Tozawa. And here's where Lexi had the highlight. Yeah, I really liked everything AJ was doing to taunt Randy Orton. I liked
during
his
the match,
shitty
yeah.
RKO. His
Yeah.
RKO looked so bad that it was like, couldn't be more purposefully bad.
Yeah.
His feet were just like up and he gets like no air and he just like fucking squats in this weird like, ugh.
Well, at first it looked like he like jumped sideways, and then he just brings up his feet and
Yeah.
kind of just like brings it down. It was like, all right, from the beginning, it looked like you were going to trash it completely, and he kind of saved it, maybe. But then, yeah, it still looked terrible. And then I like the lead up to it. The mat,
Oh yeah, he was doing the mat thing all goofy. He does the horrible RKO and then he does the really bad pose.
Yeah. Oh, Trace does a better.
He does.
pose.
Yeah, and he's so like
Yeah. Well, the first one when he was on the ropes, he just does this,
before he got on
And
the
then-
ropes, he was just going like this.
and then yeah.
I was all like, "It's so good, it's so
The
good." how
last
bad
one
he
in the
is.
ring, he kind of brought it in a little, but
Yeah, I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah.
Just him like
Yeah.
trying and fucking
dude,
it up.
it was so great.
Yeah,
So I'm watching it with Trace and Nash, and they're sitting there, and then because Nash's favorite's AJ,
Yeah.
Okay.
Trace's my son's Trace's favorite is Randy Orton.
yeah,
So they're watching the match, and then Nash started liking Tozawa because he kind of got the Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah,
jump
yeah,
to
yeah.
it. So he's watching it, and then he's like, he leads up to it,
Mm-hmm.
and he does the RKO to Tozawa, and Nash looks at Trace, and he kind of does one of these. He's like,
yeah.
huh? Yeah. I started laughing so hard. I was like, it's so good.
As soon as AJ was doing it, that's when he's
yeah,
like, "See,
yeah,
even he likes."
yeah. He's like, huh? That was pretty good. Huh?
Come on,
Yeah.
come on, put it up. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, let's see. We got Rusev on a beach, looking beach-like and happy. Lana needs less mic time in general.
Ugh.
She needs no mic time.
Yeah.
She just screams.
She was like, I actually tweeted out, they're like, everyone hates this ring on my finger. And I was like, it's not the ring on your finger, it's the mic in your hand.
It's the ringing you give in our ears.
Yeah. Let's see. Clump calling Gabe New Diesel. Damn, dude. Yeah, Clump just
Yeah.
wanted to waltz on around. Let's see. I did think it was interesting Liv Morgan interrupting R-Truth.
Yeah. I thought our truth was funny in it.
Yeah, R-Truth was the best part of that, which was
Yeah.
really sad.
Yeah.
He's like, uh-huh,
Mhm.
uh-huh.
Really?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Jesus.
I can't even remember what she was even talking about. She wants a match with?
Yeah, but she came up with a new slogan. It's like the way I live, or
I live for that. Or
oh,
something
yeah,
like that.
something
Yeah.
like that, yeah. Yeah, I live for it. It was really good.
Yeah.
But she's talking like super slow and careful. I think it's because she has such a thick accent and such a
Talk normal. Talk normal. Talk normal.
yeah. Focus. You saw on the Total Divas, did I ever show you that clip where everyone's talking and she says something and there's subtitles on the screen?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, when she talks on Total Divas, they put subtitles down there because like there's we try, there's
we don't know.
yeah, but everyone else is just talking and it's just talking, and then like Liv's like, oh, you totally did, bro. It's all okay, and it's like, bloop, you totally did, bro. Like, it's so funny. Let's see, we got Clump saying doot doot doot. That's a good point. Let's see, Sarah Logan. Oh, what do you think about Sarah Logan and Charlotte shit, man?
Oh,
What a fucking waste.
Yeah.
It started out really good where I was like, okay, cool. Charlotte's going to make Sarah look big. And then maybe next week they'll have a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was Sarah Logan looks crazy and like busts Charlotte's nose open for a second.
Yeah.
And then Charlotte just beats the shit out of her and leaves.
Yeah. Well, and the thing that pissed me off too is that during the match, the commentators basically were just saying, you know, hey, rumble this, you know, she hasn't done it yet. She's the 10th time. And it was like, are you guys just basically crowning her the Royal Rumble winner now?
Yeah.
And it's like, it was more of a, hey, this is the direction we're going, not so much of a build up.
Yeah, there was
That
like no
makes any
story
sense.
there.
Yeah.
I really didn't like the misuse of... I mean, this is one of the few times I would say I felt like that was a misfire with Sarah Logan. Like, I don't think people doing the job is misuse necessarily. But I do think that you had an opportunity to make a non-established star look bigger and bring some hype. And instead you decided to further establish an already... arguably the most established person on your entire fucking roster.
Well, and that's what I was bringing up, or going to bring up, because the weeks leading up to this, before this match, basically, I'm like, cool. They're once again creating a mid card in the women's division.
Yeah.
On both brands.
Yeah.
Actually, well, NXT's NXT. But, you know, they're creating this. This is looking good. It's great. And then just Charlotte just seems like she just shat on everything. And
Yeah.
it was like one step forward, 5 steps back type of thing.
Yeah, and I can't tell. Every time you think that they're like, okay, they're really bringing Charlotte back to like a heel, they start like pushing her like she's a face, and you're like, I don't know if you guys know how she's being portrayed here, but I don't think most people are into it.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! How did I end up on
The NBA.
the NBA? Shit. Brings us to Drew McIntyre and no push Jose. No push Jose. No push Jose. No push Jose.
Dude, we need to try to get on that Congo line.
I want to be on the Congo line.
It's one of my 2020 resolutions right now.
Dude, we had a
Being
better
on a-
shot of doing it at Rumble, though.
I know we did.
We had a decent shot, actually.
Was he even at Rumble?
Yeah, he came into the Rumble. And who was it that fucked them all up?
Who?
Oh yeah, because I remember the guys.
Someone fucked up all the No Way Jose guys. Was it McIntyre?
Was it?
I feel like it was McIntyre
Braun?
fucking up. I don't think it was Braun. Maybe it was. But this was a segment that I wasn't all that thrilled with. McIntyre with the mic and then fucking him up. And I didn't even drop the mic. And I felt like he was talking too long and losing track and trying
See,
too
I
hard.
kind of liked it a little.
I
I
liked
thought
it at first. I think it went too long.
it showed a little comedy that McIntyre's never showed.
And I would argue that he still has not showed comedy.
Yeah.
It was kind of like to me, you know what it kind of reminded me of? A live show. Where, you know, they just talk and go back and forth, and it was like, look, guys, I didn't drop the mic.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of reminded me of. And I think that's why I kind of liked it.
Heel face. Like,
Yeah, I don't think they know what they're doing with him either.
Hunker it down, man. Let's see. Lexi likes the 3-2-1 countdown to the Claymore. I don't know how I felt about that.
They've done it a couple times, and I've kind of liked it, but to me, it seems like that's...
It seems
face.
forced.
Well, to me, I think it's a face thing.
Oh.
The crowd's into it. They're chanting with them.
Yeah, they need to count along.
I know it's not, like, that hard to count down from 3.
In some of these
But-
cities,
In Oklahoma City? No, I'm
heel
kidding.
marsh,
Yeah.
heel marsh coming at you.
But...
I didn't hate it, but I didn't know how I felt about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that it's cool. People are liking it. If Lexi likes it, awesome. I just felt like, are they forcing a thing, and where are they going with him? I just felt more confused than ever walking away from that segment. Like, how am I supposed to feel about him?
I think he's supposed to be more of a face now.
But he snapped the shit out of a burger guy.
Yeah. Well, he gave the burger guy props. He said,
Yeah,
fuck all you
later.
guys. And
He said,
except for the burger guy is cool.
You're cool.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool.
Yeah. Aleister Black and Shelton Benjamin was exactly what we thought it would be. And then Buddy Murphy comes out and they are still doing shit. And I mean, it's not bad, but it doesn't excite me.
I almost want like the European belt back just so that they can go after it. Or something. Like they're having great matches. They need to be going towards something.
Wouldn't it be great if they slapped the 24/7 title on Aleister Black, like I said, to do a fucking year ago, and they could be going for this, like, I'm a true badass title. I defend this 24/7, and I'll kick the shit out of you at all times.
Instead of R-Truth becoming
Goofing
the
off.
all-time
Yeah.
champions, yeah.
Yeah, no, if they were going for the 24/7 title, this feud right here between Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black would legitimize the 24/7 title and make people think this is a badass fucking title.
Yeah.
But it's not what's happening.
Do you think they're going to turn them into a tag team like they did Sheamus and Cesaro?
Maybe.
Because I just don't see where it goes from here.
Yeah, I don't really
Where's
know.
the end point? What is the end point about?
I feel like it's really like a dog year. I feel like they're just waiting for something to come along, and they don't know what. But they're keeping them busy and building both their values.
Yeah.
And I don't think they know what they're doing yet.
Yeah,
That's just the impression.
That's it.
Yeah, give them the 24/7 title, and then everyone's gonna come knock at your door. Pick a fight with you.
Okay.
What?
That was for Corey.
It's for Corey. Corey's listening. Let's see. We finished off with Seth Rollins and AOP versus Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and Big Show. That was cool seeing Big Show come back. Where's the Big Show?
But see, I think once again this was a missed Rumble pop.
Big man showed the
Did he get into politics?
No, he got into Netflix.
That's Kane.
I know it was Kane, but I thought it was Big Show too.
No, he got to Netflix.
No.
You're confusing your icks.
Eh. They both suck.
Yeah. They're both overrated.
Ever since Disney Plus came along.
Yeah, it gave Lexi chills.
Yeah.
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 As soon as the Big Show fucking hit, I flipped out.
No, I loved it too.
I loved it.
For a while there, I was scared it was CM Punk. I was nervous. And I was like, no.
I wouldn't have popped.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have
If
either.
you're seeing Punk, I'd be like, oh, come on.
I was thinking Punk or Cena. And I was like, come on, Cena, he do the drrr. And then it was like, well, and I was like, yeah! I was like, cool. But like I said, that's once again another missed Rumble pop.
Yeah.
And they're blowing their load early.
They're going out as hard as they can right now. And then I did like Seth Rollins' selling of the KO punch.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, boom, and he's just fucking foot goes up like a cartoon, like, so good. Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens as a team. What do you think of them?
Yeah, I love it.
So good.
I
It was
would love
crazy.
that big time.
Yeah. What was it? Kevin Owens calling it K Joe.
Okay, Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
KO's gonna kill you.
What? Fuck, dude.
But they always used to say Joe is gonna kill you.
The NXT fans say that about everybody.
Yeah, they do. KJO's alright. I really want to fight Kevin fight shirt.
You like to fight Kevin fight more than the son Kevin's done?
Well, it's always Owens. I want Kevin to fight Kevin.
Oh, is there never a Kevin on there?
Mm.
You know why his last name is Owens, right? Because Owen Hart.
Oh,
So that's why he puts Owen on everything.
makes sense.
Also, his son's
Canadians.
named Owen after Owen Hart. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that he's like trying to keep the Owen thing that he can. But
Well, that's the thing that pissed me off when the wrestling crate came on, because they were like, "Oh, the shirts and stuff like that," and I was like, "Oh, cool, you know, you can do a fight Kevin fight shirt." And I'm like,
Yeah.
sweet. And then they didn't.
yeah, they didn't.
They gave us the autograph with Sammy in there.
Yeah, that was funny. Let's see. So I thought it was a good match. I liked all the people working together. I do really like Joe and Kevin Owens together. I thought it was cool to have Big Show as a part of all that. And I'm really liking this Seth Rollins with AOP. I'm
liking that a lot too. They needed to turn him heel, just like they've needed to turn Roman heel for years.
Would Roman be a good heel?
I think so. He'd be basically Braun Strowman as a heel, but
But I'm not finished with you.
well, like a little more, like just beat up everybody.
I guess that's true. But Roman, I mean, I guess I'd be interested to see how Roman could do a match where he's not having to overcome. Because this is the weirdest part about Roman, and maybe the thing that frustrates me the most, is that he comes out looking like a badass, walking like he's a big dude, this is my yard, and he promptly gets his ass kicked for 15 minutes, and then he figures out that he can punch 3 times and win, so he does
Superman
it.
punch, spear.
Yeah. He does just a couple
Sometimes
things.
a
to go
Samoan
over.
drop.
Yeah. But then that's it. That's the whole fucking match. And I do wonder what it would look like if Roman was not the guy coming from underneath. If he was the dude dominating the match, how good would it be? Might be great. Don't know. Don't know. Never seen it. So I don't know. So that brings us to the end of there on there. Yeah, Lexi likes to kill Kevin Kill. What was your favorite show of the week?
Probably SmackDown.
I think I'd have to say SmackDown too. There was some cool stuff on Raw, but I think SmackDown.
There's too many
more exciting.
surprises, too many pops that Raw really didn't have. Besides Big Show, that was a huge one.
Yeah.
But seeing just like Morrison, like as a side note, like, hey, here I am. Sheamus finally returns.
Yeah.
You know, in a stupid bit, but whatever.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know. I'm just so frustrated right now because Rumble is my favorite event out of the year, and I think this year's Rumble is gonna suck because they've wasted so much beforehand.
Of all the surprise entrances. Well, I mean, it's been
Not
a while.
necessarily the surprises. Well, yeah, I guess it's a lot of the surprises. Because, like, if you would have had Sheamus go off without any of the intro or the little promos, Sheamus' music goes off. Who a lot of people thought, okay, he's done. He has to retire. He has the same thing Edge had, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, his music hits. There he is. Cool. You know, like I said, the Joe thing where he does the Lawler thing. I think would have been awesome. The Big Show would have been fucking huge.
Yeah, that'd have been cool.
You know, outside of Cena or a new guy that has been established elsewhere,
Yeah.
I don't see any other surprises. Unless Jeff Hardy maybe comes back, but I don't think his demons are at bay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going on with him, but I don't feel like his return is coming soon.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I feel like play it by ear and see what they do, because I think that if they're doing all this right now, does that mean they've got like an ace up their sleeve? Do they think that? Do you think that? Do you honestly think maybe CM Punk might come in for the Rumble?
Well, and that's what I was worried too about
Yeah, I would
that
hate
thing,
that.
and I was like, ugh. I was like, I wouldn't like that because I'm not a CM Punk fan, but it would be big.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Not a fan of CM Punk.
And then once they announced Brock's going to be in the Royal Rumble, I'm like, guys, you're like really destroying my favorite event of the year.
Well, I think that he definitely makes it interesting.
There's a dynamic there, but at the same time, why use the Rumble as the platform when he's the champion? When, you know, that was the other thing, you know, oh, he's back. Like, it's like, well, he shouldn't have be gone. He's the champion. You know, and that's been our argument for years now, and it's like...
I know, and I think that a lot of people think back on, like, what they feel like were glory days of championship reigns, and I think that they neglect to remember certain things about those reigns. Like Hogan specifically was a special event only champion. He did not show up on the weekly shows. Mm-hmm. He only showed up at pay-per-views, and he didn't even always defend at the pay-per-views. Mm-hmm. He was a 3-4 times a year champion because he was at the time doing like a lot of movies and Japan and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. He really largely wasn't the one who was there every week like we try to remember certain people doing. I don't know. I have a hard time hating Brock for it. But I do think that it's made for an interesting dynamic with people having to like rise to the top in a certain way. I don't know. It's tough. I want to see the championship more, but is there an added value to not seeing it all the time? Maybe. We got pretty sick of Rollins pretty fucking fast, and was it because we saw him all the goddamn time? Maybe.
I mean, there's just I think what killed Rollins was just Becky.
Dude,
What?
rough.
Yeah, it
What the
happens.
fuck? What?
It happens. No, when they were like tagging up and doing segments together, it was like, wow, she's
Better than
looking
him?
a lot better and
Okay.
tougher
Yeah.
and everything. Like,
So your flip romantic story is Lana and Bobby.
That's what he'd rather, yes.
no, I didn't say anything about romance. I'm just saying Becky made Seth look bad.
Yeah, being side by side with not just storyline, but the active
Yeah,
wrestling and the active
mic work.
mic work
Oh.
side by
The mic
side.
work was fucking
Oh, it was
glaring.
insane.
Oh,
Yeah, it made it look really bad. Where you saw like where you went, oh shit! I didn't realize he was as bad as he is.
yeah.
And it's weird and it's unfortunate and
I think one time he even said, "Yeah, what she said."
yeah,
You're like, bro,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you're the champ or the face, the locker room leader. Like
and I know it's a bummer.
basically what Baron Corbin's doing to Roman, they need to do that to Seth.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck him up.
yeah,
There was the. I mean, he even came out in an interview or a show or something. It's out there, but he talked about how much it like hurt that people were saying that him and Becky didn't have chemistry on screen. Like, how can you say we don't have chemistry? Like, we're literally like engaged and all
yeah.
stuff.
See,
And
I
you're
think
like-
they have chemistry, but it's not the natural chemistry that they want.
Yeah, it's not TV chemistry.
Yeah.
You know?
Natural chemistry they have. TV chemistry they don't.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. And I don't want to like shit on their relationship at all because if they make each other happy, awesome.
Yeah, as long as you're happy, who cares what
yeah.
anyone else thinks?
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with any of that. And I didn't even have a problem with the idea of teaming them up together and seeing what happened, but I did not think it played out well. I don't think
it played out obviously the way they were anticipating, and
Yeah, and I think it did make him look weaker than her, and that was unfortunate. I don't know whose fault that was. I don't know if it's anybody's fault. That's just how it played out. And I think anybody who was trying to say that they look forced or don't have good chemistry, I hope that they didn't mean, and I never meant that from a personal standpoint. It was strictly from a TV production standpoint. They're not clicking on the screen together.
Well, and that's the thing is like, you know, a couple months ago, I didn't like Seth Rollins' character, you know, on TV, nothing. I wanted to get rid of him. It was like, all right, I'm over you. But I will, you know, he's always had the talent.
Yeah.
He always has the ability. And outside of kayfabe, he looks like an awesome dude.
Yeah,
like
he was
just
super cool when I met him.
Yeah, just like a cool dude. Like, all right, cool, you know. He'd be like sitting here with us drinking right now and be like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah, let's watch
drinking.
wrestling.
Yeah.
And like the coffee shop he put up, he goes and hangs out over the coffee shop over in Iowa. He put it up just because he thought that he thought it sucked that his hometown didn't have coffee as good as he's had out in the world.
Oh, really?
And he just wanted his hometown to have that.
Yeah.
And that's it. And like, how fucking cool is that?
Yeah.
To be like, I want to bring something back.
Does he charge like $20 a coffee
You better.
that Iowa farm folk can't get?
I heard that it's extra burnt.
Sure roasted.
Yeah, he burns it down.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
Do you want to hand me the Clump gift? Clump, you still there? Clump? Clumpy, can you hear me? Clumpy, can you hear me?
What are you doing an unboxing?
I didn't know we were either, but Clump's... Clump! Where's Clump?
He is. I don't know. He probably just like left it playing.
He did. He's a jerk. Someone group chat, Clump. Get back in the chat, Clump. Clump, get in the chat.
Just wanna FaceTime him?
Damn it! I want to FaceTime. I want to look at him. My ass.
hey, turn the camera the other
Yeah.
way.
Let's see. Clump went to a convention this weekend and brought me back stuff. Let's see what we have, Chomp. We have... Interesting.
Okay.
Is this supposed to be opened on air?
Go ahead and put this down.
Because when I looked at him, I did think those were fuzzy handcuffs at first.
I think it's unlikely.
He told me it wasn't bad. It wasn't anything crazy.
Give it upside down.
There you go.
Look, come on, Dragon Head.
Oh, there it is.
God, you look at that and look at.
Yeah, but I thought it was like this, like a mask. Like it's looking down, like a snout. But no, that's way
Comes
better.
back.
But then what's this thing? And then what is this?
All right. We got we're doing a live unboxing from Clump. Ooh. Not our show logo.
This is bullshit.
Bullshit! Yeah. That's cool. That's a nice looking dragon. Put that
Yeah,
down
see?
here.
You see the way the dragon's facing?
Yeah, he's definitely facing the correct way.
Oh, there's baby dragons in there.
Said it's the best logo for the worst company.
They are furry handcuffs, as it were, he said.
I knew it.
It's a twofer.
Man.
Well, if he had told us before, we could have drank it in him.
Yeah. We should have started with
There
this.
you go. Zoom in. Zoom in. Get it in tight.
We're not able.
Zoom it in.
We don't have the
Get it in nice and
we don't have
tight.
technology for that.
There you go.
It's
Nice and zoomed.
not Zoom.
Zoomed.
We don't have a
There we
budget
go.
for fancy camera.
We got the... Oh, look. That's a cool one. Put that on your truck.
Yeah,
What is
alright.
it? Oh.
A Beller
Just a dragon. Just a dragon. Yeah, apparently producer didn't like the idea of a full body pillow,
Wait, what's
so
that?
we get the glasses instead. Oh shit, there's something else in there.
What is that?
I believe it is a pen of a tail. Like a
Is that
cosplay tail.
octopus tentacles?
Well, I mean, tails can have all sorts of things. But it looks like a cosplay tail pin. Yeah,
You see that?
there you go, that makes it. There you go, nice and tight. Let's see. Alright. We did our unboxing of Clump's festivities.
Collect them all.
If you go to @CrybabyClump on Twitter, you'll find that he did not post anything about any of it. That's how he is. He doesn't go on the Twitter. So tweet him directly. He'll never respond. Sometimes he knows his password, sometimes he doesn't. He does say collect them all. There's other things. Oh, wait a
Look,
second.
look, I know exactly. That's what I was gonna say, but
That's
I was
not
like,
a tail.
yeah, exactly.
Hold on. That's not a tail.
I was like, wait, they all look like. I'll save that for after.
You
the
said
show.
that's an interpretation? It is. It's not a tail. Let me look at this again. Looking at the other collect them all options.
Yeah.
Where are these pins going?
I think it goes like this.
Yeah, it definitely does.
I think it goes this side up.
Yeah.
But if you look at the collect them all behind it,
Yeah.
there's other options that are slightly different. We didn't get too zoomed in on this one, did we?
No, do you want me to? Here,
No.
I'll bring
It's
it
a,
to the
no,
camera.
no, I mean, it's good.
We're not that kind of show.
We'll go ahead and put this down back in the bag here. Alright. Alright, so very much not a tail. I mean, in a way,
It could be.
like
Just go back.
like a front tail. I don't know. Alright, well, leave it to Clump. Bring us to a screeching halt. Said slightly different. Alright. Well, here we are. Welcome back, Kevlar.
Oh my god, he's dying.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. Where every show's like our first show. Oh, wait a second.
And one of these are going to be our last.
Look at what's on that.
I know. Listeners.
Do you see this?
Yes.
Don't
That's what I
zoom in
was
on
saying.
Don't zoom in on
You already held it up right here, you dumbass.
What?
Do you
No one
see
was
this?
looking. Yeah, that's a thing. There's things there. You see this?
Yep. I
Yeah.
see this.
Alright, well. I'm gonna leave this flyer on my bedside so I can look up more later. I don't want to have just one.
Now
in the
this
collection.
piece makes sense.
That one makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Also, shop local.
Yeah, shop logo. Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't want to have one of the collection, not have them all. So
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
gotta collect them all, like
gotta
Pokemon.
look it up. It's like Pokemon,
Yeah.
but it's like more like Pokemon.
Okay.
What?
Alright.
What? No, it's Jigglypuff, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about Jigglypuff and
Something like
Squirtle.
that. Yeah, a lot of Squirtles. If you're lucky.
What the hell
What's
is going on there?
happening?
The sarcastic
Cackle.
Mar- yeah.
Yeah, no, she's mean to me all the time. That's what you didn't know is why I drink.
It's okay.
This is how mean she is to me all the time.
Bullshit.
Sleeping on my couch tonight.
Yeah, it's part of
All
it.
right.
I think that brings us to the end of the week. I don't know what's going on tomorrow on NXT or AEW, but pick your poison and have fun watching it if you love it. We love that you love it. Just don't make me watch it if you like it. I don't. Cheers. Here's to the New Year's. Thank you guys for coming along for the ride during our first year. We're not done yet. We still got more to go with our first year. We are in year 2 of year 1. It is.
Second part of year.
Yeah, second part of the first year.
I got you.
And then into Mania, and then it's year 2.
Yeah.
Cheers, Lexi.
Cheers, Lexi. Thank you for coming through.
God, what the
L'chaim.
It's been a good show.
God damn. Ugh,
It's been good.
I need some flash.
This is really monumental, this stuff.
No, I need this flash. Ah, never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, last call. We'll see you guys next week. Check me out on NWA Hard Times and Into the Fire. I'm going to be there live. Live, yeah! You see this glass? Shoes of a champion, yeah! We're doing it. We're going. I'm going to be there. Eli Drake, yeah! All right, cheers. Last call.
Those names with clumps. Gift.